Tim Cook's disclosure that he's gay garners sweeping praise. Life is about role models, said Mr. Glazer, who has worked in the tech industry for 3 decades. If you're a 14-year-old kid and you find the CEO of one of the most iconic companies in the world happens to be gay, you'll think, there's no limit on what I can't do. Vivienne Ming, a technology entrepreneur who was born a man and went through transgender surgery in her 30s, said that Mr. Cook took pains to emphasize that being gay is both core to who he is and also merely one part of him. The implicit message to young people, she said, is that they can embrace their ethnic or sexual identities and still be successful. If you, too, are gay and feel like you can't do it, you've been told that you can't be CEO or a politician because of who you are, it's not true, said Ms. Ming, who is co-founder of Socos, an education technology company, and vice chairwoman of Star2, an entrepreneur group for lesbian, gay, bisexual and transgender people. She said that Mr. Cook was particularly deft when he wrote, "I consider being gay among the greatest gifts God has given me." The wording, she said, directly addresses anyone who might use religion to condemn him. Silicon Valley, with its non-stop focus on the future and its location in one of the most socially liberal parts of the country, has long been publicly supportive of gays and lesbians. Major tech companies field large contingents in San Francisco's annual Gay Pride Parade, with some top industry leaders, including Mr. Zuckerberg and Mr. Cook, personally leading their company's marchers. And Silicon Valley has been ahead of the curve in extending employee benefits to same-sex partners and spouses. But tech companies, particularly startups funded and staffed largely by young white men, have also struggled to deal with a fraternity-like bro culture inhospitable to women and gay people of both genders. Continue reading the main story. Continue reading the main story. Continue reading the main story. The industry has few prominent executives who are openly gay. Among them are Maven Smith, who oversaw Google's experimental projects and recently joined the White House as Chief Technology Officer of the United States, and Jason Goldberg, the Chief Executive of Fad.com and Ham.com, two New York e-commerce companies. Mr. Glazer said some of his gay friends in tech still felt uncomfortable coming out and believed the industry discriminated against them. Edward Lazarska, a professor of computer science at the University of Washington, said most technology companies, like most universities, have policies that say they are open to women, gays, lesbians and members of minority groups. But down at the rank-and-file level is where these policies are put into practice, and that's where many of us fall short, he said. My view has always been that the majority of people have good intentions, but inadvertently create an unwelcoming environment for people who are not like them. Wesley Chan, an early Google product manager and angel investor, who is gay, said that Mr. Cook's essay would resonate far beyond Silicon Valley, where his sexual orientation was generally known and accepted. In the rest of the world, where it's not that obvious, people will sit there and go, "You can be gay and be the CEO of Apple," Mr. Chan said. Grace Port, Director of Asia and Pacific Island Programs at the International Gay and Lesbian Human Rights Commission, said that depending on his next steps, Mr. Cook could have great influence on political leaders and business partners in Asia, where gays and lesbians face a great deal of discrimination both culturally and under the law. He needs to make statements that say we need to treat all employees fairly, she said. He needs to make sure Apple doesn't close its eyes to ongoing discrimination and ongoing hostility to LGBT people in the workplace. Mr. Glazer said that Mr. Cook's public disclosure of his sexual orientation could help defuse the issue for others in the world of business, much like the 1997 disclosure by the actress and comedian Ellen DeGeneres that she was lesbian did for the entertainment industry. "It would be wonderful if we could get to that point in civic culture," he said.